Hi, this is Jamel with Recherche Goldens in beautiful Statesville, North Carolina. I am so excited to introduce an absolute sweetheart we have for sale. This is Mr. Red of Daniella and Eli's litter. He was born November 1st, and so he is in the middle of Puppy Academy. He's been in training already for about 3 weeks, and we know his personality very well. His Recherche score is actually easy. It was easy to tell. These types of personalities are always easy to tell. His Recherche score is 888. 8 being that he is very dependent. He loves everybody and anybody. He's very friendly. He is a dog that loves to be petted, that loves to kiss, that loves to hold people, that loves everybody, anybody. He's not going to be a dog that doesn't like people. He's very social. Secondly, he is outgoing. He is playful. He is energetic. Now, English Goldens are much calmer than American Goldens. That is probably the #1 comment I get from people that buy these dogs that owned a Golden before, is that this is the calmest Golden they've ever owned. But he is outgoing for an English Golden, which means he's probably calm for an American Golden. He is energetic, he does have energy, but I just don't want to make it sound like he's hyper and out of control. He is playful though. And then he is very confident. If there's a weakness of English Goldens, because they're calmer, they're also a little bit shyer, and he is not that way. He is confident, he is fearless, he's a dog that we believe is going to do exceptional in his training because of that. He is also the biggest boy in his litter. He has the blockiest head, he has the thickest white coat. I mean, it is stunning. He is a near perfect looking English Golden. Definitely my favorite looking boy in the litter. We actually kept the son from Eli's litter named Felix, and we're using him. If it wasn't for that, I probably would keep him and use him as a stud dog, but I have a young stud that's only 2 years of age that's from Eli, but he is that good. He is such a good dog that we wouldn't mind keeping him and using him as a stud dog. But he's stunning. Size-wise though, I still don't think he's gonna be huge. His dad is 73 pounds, his mom is 52 pounds. I do think he's gonna be bigger than his dad because he's significantly bigger than his brothers. I think he's gonna be 75 to 80 pounds. The largest they get is around 85 pounds, but 75 to 80 pounds is about where he's gonna be, but he has a big blocky head and he's gonna be absolutely stunning. Now, he's able to go home after graduating either Puppy Academy, which is training till 12 weeks of age, which is January 23rd. The second training level is our most popular training program called Canine College. It's training till 16 weeks of age, which is February 20th. That's the most popular training program because one, he'll have all of his shots so you don't have to quarantine him. Secondly, he will be able to hold his restroom twice as long at 16 weeks. And the biggest reason people choose it is their obedience commands are sometimes up to 3 times better at 16 weeks than they are at 12 weeks. They grow dramatically between the ages of 10 right now and 16 weeks of age. The third training level is Master's Program, training to 20 weeks of age, which is March 20th. And then the fourth training level is Doggy Doctor, training till 6 months of age, which is May 1st. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see pictures of Danny and Eli. If you click on those pictures, a video will play where it summarizes each of the parents, talks about their health clearances, talks about where they were imported in from, talks all about them. This is one of the healthiest litter combinations we have. Both parents scored in the top 4% of Golden Retrievers. Both parents are ichthyosis clear, which means the puppies cannot get dandruff. This is a very healthy litter. In fact, we have produced this exact same litter combination before, and if you look below, there's a link that says click here to see the previous Danny and Eli puppies. I encourage you to do that because in that page, you can see the final go home videos unedited. This is what we sent to the final client, similar to what we'll send to you if we reserve him. So you can see what these puppies look like and act like going home at the different training levels. Right now, what I'd like to do is to summarize the Puppy Training Institute. We're gonna show off Mr. Red, but again, he's just starting to grow in his training, so he's gonna be much better. To really see what these puppies look like and will act like, go to the previous Danny and Eli puppies page. But right now, I'll summarize the program and then I'll show Mr. Red in training. Puppy Training Institute has 4 core areas. There's a couple areas that are very visible that we're going to show you on camera with the puppy that's for sale. Some of the areas are a little bit more difficult, but the one area that's very visible to show is outside training, and the big part of that is leash training. Puppies love the pull, love the tug, love the cut in front of you, and so we train them to walk on our left side. We train them that when we stop walking, they do what's called an auto sit. That's where they automatically sit without being told, without having any hand signals. They automatically sit. That builds respect and focus on you. A couple other areas in outside training it's a little bit harder to show is car training and then also swim training when the weather's warmer. The second area that's very visible is obedience training. All of our trainers are certified dog trainers that's been training dogs for years. They know what they're doing. They're all certified. They all can do Canine Good Citizen. They're all very good trainers. And we work on the obedience commands of sit, down, stay, come, place, kennel, and they are trained extensively in all these areas. Now, we have 3 different communication tools we use with the puppies. We use hand signals, we use words, and then we use the training lead that we will provide you. And so as they get older, they get better and better. They can hold their stay longer, they can hold their place longer, they can hold their kennel longer. They can do it with both hand signals and words only, and so they get better and better. The place is when they jump up on the Kuranda cot. You will definitely want to buy a Kuranda cot because that allows the transition for our training to go to you. It's a wonderful command. When we say kennel, they go into their kennel on their own volition. We typically keep the door open, especially as they get older. And we train them, they cannot leave the kennel or really any other door until they are released. The 2 other areas that's a little bit more difficult that we're going to show you just generic dogs going through this. The one area is house training. We actually spend more time in house training than all the other areas combined. That's about 2/3 of the training. And this is where we work on the most important area of potty training. Of course, we're training them not to use the restroom inside and the signal eventually to go outside. A puppy at 12 weeks of age can typically hold the restroom about 1 hour during the day, whereas a puppy at 6 months can do 4 hours. The same thing is with crate training. We train them to sleep at night in their crate, eat in the crate. And a 12-week-old can typically sleep around 4 to 5 hours without having to be let out. And a 6-month-old, it's 6 to 10 hours. So obviously the longer they're in training, the longer they can be crate trained. We also, though, while they're in house training, we train them not to jump up on us, not to chew things in the house, not to bite our hands. It's very extensive. And then the last area is socialization training. Many people worry about getting a trained or older puppy is that they won't bond. Well, because of our socialization program, our puppies bond very quickly. In fact, we've never had a client complain about that. And so in our socialization, we're training them not to be afraid of thunderstorms. We're training them not to be afraid of the hair dryer, of the blow dryer, of a vacuum cleaner. We have a TV in our puppy training area, in our house training area where we're socializing them. They go on field trips when they get older. We work extensively on them being handled. We have 20 plus people that work for us, so these puppies are handled by multiple people and they're socialized extensively. That is our Puppy Training Institute. Now, if you're interested in Mr. Red, read through this entire page. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see pictures we just took of him. Right above those pictures are his prices for each training level. Some people do have a hard time finding the prices, so on this video, we're going to show you where prices are found on a typical page. But the prices in this video are not necessarily his prices. You do need to look at his page and right above his pictures. And then below this video, and a few times on this page, you'll see a link that says click here to fill out puppy application. Click on those words, puppy application, fill it out. We will respond to you very quickly within 24 hours and give you the opportunity, if everything looks good, to reserve him. Thank you so much for taking time to look at Mr. Red from Daniella and Eli's litter. Thank you so much, and God bless. Good job.